He made $167,000 on phone calls in his first week. In a minute, I'll share my transactions so that you see I'm actually doing this myself, but this is Ivan. The title of the video is not clickbait. He earned 6 figures in his very first week using a similar technique as the one that you're about to learn. Now keep in mind, not everyone achieves these results. It takes action. So here is my back end of this website. You see my email there. Total transactions, 295 paid calls. You're about to learn how you can get paid $13 to $300 for every single phone call. This is a method taught in courses that cost thousands of dollars, so buckle in, bucko. But before we get ahead of ourselves here, if you would like to make a full-time income from your couch and you're interested in videos about making money on the internet and building an online business, consider clicking the subscribe button below and turning on notifications. First things first, you're going to sign up for your account. Now, there are a few ways that people already do this, but trust me, the method I'm about to teach you requires very little experience, if not, in fact, none. You don't need any money to spend on ads, and this can be done pretty much worldwide. What you're going to want to do, though, is make sure you do set up your payment information so that you can start getting paid quickly and there's no delays. And then once you do that, now we're going to get on to the actual steps. Oh, and real quick, if you stick around until the end of this video, I'll be showing you briefly one way you can automate this whole method, but on top of that, I'm going to share with you a website you can use to make even more money. I'm going to go back over all of this stuff towards the end, so don't worry if you start getting confused. The name of this is Ring Partner. This is the name of the website you're going to be using. So we're going over to a whiteboard now, and I'm going to show you exactly what these steps are for this. So step 1, since we're going to pretend like we don't have money to spend on ads, right? Let's just get this started, and then maybe down the line, if you do ever want to scale this out, you have that option, but right now it's free. So what we're going to be doing first is using Facebook. Facebook organic traffic. Whoops. Again, don't mind my beautiful handwriting. So we want to make a list of Facebook groups that are in your town or in your city. Once you make a list of, say, 10 to 20 groups, you can move on to the next step, but try to focus on things like this, like here's a business network, garage sales a good one, job boards are a good one. Anything like here, 220 posts a day, the larger the group, the better. As long as it's in your local area, it's fine. You'll understand in a second, and it's some pretty unique techniques. Here's another one, 1,600 posts a day. So yeah, 10 to 20 groups. You can make a Google Doc and just, right click open, or you can literally just do that and just start joining. But either way, you want to start getting your Facebook groups lined up. Step 2 is your hook. This is going to be the powerhouse of this method, and a lot will be riding on it. Now in a little bit, I'm going to get into this more, so just remember it, keep it in mind. But if at any point at the end, if you're just confused, feel free to comment, check the resources doc. Now I showed you this, right? When you're doing this technique, you want to pick a specific niche. You want to find a particular home service, or maybe even something you have prior experience with. So let's say you have family with a background in real estate. Maybe you want to look into mortgage because mortgage brokers, because you can get paid $21 per call. It's all going to be dependent on your specific city and your prior experience. I'm involved in moving, detailing, some pool services, and towing. I'm doing some client stuff for roofing, but on my own for affiliate, those are the 3. You can first sort by payout, so if you want to look at what the potential payout per call is. So if you see here, right, every single call, you're getting paid $560 for a single phone call if it's solar related. Security, I guess, for Vivint. I know they're a solar company as well. A lawyer, $245, and so on. So yeah, it's really going to be up to you, but if you'd like to just model what I'm doing, you can pick one of these home services: HVAC, roofing, moving, or detailing. It's up to you. Detailing is a little bit lower payout compared to something like HVAC or roofing, but yeah. Next thing you want to go on and set up an account on Canva. Here's where you're going to simply set up your Facebook profile. Let me show you what I mean here and what the plan is overall. So here's a guy, Fraser. He's great at what he does. He basically uses the technique that I'm about to show you, but instead he uses it for a different niche. He uses it more for lifestyle, kind of make money online type niche stuff. What he does is he uses his Facebook profile as a sales funnel, right? As you can see, right, he has his call to actions, his Facebook group link here, a little bit his main hook, right? A little bit about himself, a question for you, and then frequent posts about what his or funneling you through to what his main offer is. Essentially, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be modeling this, except for your particular home service. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I don't want to do that on my main personal profile. I have friends, family, etc. It's up to you. If you don't, because that's what we're going to part of it. You don't need to go this crazy, but part of it will entail some posts like this, but not like this. You know, you're going to be in a niche where it's home services. So, but yeah, you can set up an additional Facebook profile. I would strongly encourage, if you'd like to really make serious money with this, to already utilize the Facebook page profile you have now, so as to remove any hurdles. But if you really are set on it, set up a new Facebook profile. Don't use any of the same pictures. You can get banned really quickly. You'll notice that if some of you don't follow the steps I'm about to share, you will get banned. But don't use the same photos. Use your first and middle name as your name. You can set a nickname, but wait. As for pictures, maybe post 1 or 2 pictures upon setting up the account. Maybe add a few people, but wait at least a few days. Let the profile age. Add some more. Go slow, right? And then after 2 to 3 weeks, or I would say 2 weeks, then you can start really hitting this technique hard. And if you, let's say, you don't want to use your main profile and you don't want to do that, stick around, because at the end I will go over a short technique you can use that's more automated and it's pretty hands-off, not involving this. So let's say you are going to use your main profile. What you want to do is in your niche, so let's say, for example, you're going down and doing HVAC or roofing. Let's say you're doing roofing. So you select roofing. In your nickname, you can change this, because if it's your main profile, it's already aged. You're not going to worry about getting banned. Change your nickname to roofing technician, or the roofing guy, or anything that tells people that you are involved in with a roofing contractor. And the next step to that is setting up a Facebook page. You can set up either one, really doesn't matter. When you set up your page, name it something specific about roofing. You can name it super general, but let's say it is like, you're going down roofing. Roofing services, for me, roofing services Brevard would be the name of it. The only goal, you don't need to do anything on that page. The only goal with that is that so you can add your employment here. You can say whatever title would go, like just look up roofing technician, service technician at, for me, roofing services Brevard, right? Your goal is literally just to build a page so that you can have that as your employment. Trust me, not really many people are going to click on that page. You're just doing that to build the social proof. Now, go to Canva, build out your Facebook cover photo size, or cover image. The sizes for all of this are already in the description, but just as you can see here, his is 1344 by 590. So you would just go here, create a design, custom dimensions, and then in your cover photo, don't go this high production. You can literally just find a picture that is of you, or a picture of your area, even your city. Just write your name, the city that you're in, and then something about your niche. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just enough so that they see what you're about. And again, not super high production. You don't want them thinking you're just some spammy salesman, right? So now let's go on to the next step. You want to now start engaging, or start joining these groups first. So after you've opened up these groups and you started joining, Now you want to start engaging with people, right? The fact that you have a roofing in your nickname means that anybody who sees you posting is going to see that. They're going to see that, oh, I'm talking to a guy who knows about roofing. But wait, because it does get a lot easier. So on your actual now Facebook profile page, once you get approved on Ring Partner, which shouldn't take long, but if it does take a little bit longer, email me or actually add me as a friend on Facebook. I'll get back to you sooner. I'm already helping guys with OG ads from the previous video get expedited approval. So if that's something you're interested in, just comment below and then shoot me a message on Facebook so I can see it. Once you do get approved, you will get access to your custom phone number. When you have your phone number, right, so this will be, you'll see in Voca, it'll be a little bit different than this, but you'll get your own custom phone number, and you're going to put that phone number on your page and in your posts, so that when you do talk to people and when you start engaging with people, A, they'll have a way to convert and just immediately without your input convert, but B, now you have a phone number that you can use to start sending calls, right? Because every time you do send a call, for example, if it is water damage, you are going to get paid $80 per call. So every time somebody calls and it's a qualified lead, right, meaning they're in the area and they can actually use the service, not just some spam call, you're going to get paid that $80, right? So you want to join these groups, you want to start engaging, because you're going to get that whole look back thing where people see you post and they're going to check you out. But on top of that, you also want to post direct CTAs, like direct posts. So Florida Business Network, here's where you can directly post about your service. And you also now maybe wondering, how the heck do you know what to post? Well, just go to the closest city to you. It's really straightforward. You're going to pretty much reword some of these reoccurring Craigslist posts into Facebook posts. Only in groups where you're allowed to do that, though. So like Florida Business Network, you can post. Obviously, though, in something like a thrift, you're not going to post direct sales posts. In these posts, in these groups, here's where you're just going to engage. This is where you putting the nickname on your profile and where building out your profile as a sales funnel is really going to come in handy, because all your goal here is to build a rapport with people in your area. You don't want to just start cold friend requesting people or anything like that. So you want to engage, right? You can post a few times per week in these groups. I would set a schedule where at least 3 to 4 groups per week, and 2 to 3 times each per week if you can. The more the merrier, but if not, I would just try to keep it on a weekly basis to where you engage with other people in these groups. Your goal, again, is to build rapport so that you can start friend requesting these people, because you're not going to be able to post direct sales posts in groups like this. So what your goal is to transfer them over to your personal profile so that you can then market to them. Now, on your personal profile, you can also post these kind of sales type of posts, right? You can pretty much post whatever you want now because there's no group rules, right? But a great strategy is going to be incentivizing those people to click to call you. With Ring Partner, you can't always do that. Not every company allows you to say, hey, we're offering a discount, or hey, we'll pay you X to refer a friend. So your goal is, your focus should be to use Ring Partner as a jumping off point. Use Ring Partner to make your first few $100s. Then once you have that, take screenshots showing that you've done that and reach out to local roofers, for example, right, in your area. They will pay you 2 to sometimes 5x what you would get paid on Ring Partner, because Ring Partner is just reselling those calls to those people anyway. For example, I was selling moving calls. I was getting paid around $8 per local move. I then switched over to a private company and was getting paid $13 for local and $26 for long distance immediately, right? So I 6-7x to my earnings almost overnight. And then I was able to get more creative. So that's what you're going to be doing. once you can find a private company to work with, now is where you can really scale your income by saying, refer a friend, we'll give you X amount of money to do so. Like for example, like have neighbors looking for a roofing contractor, question mark with emoji, one line, then space, next line. Let me know, we'll offer X amount in exchange. And for the picture, this will be on your main profile. And then for your picture, something of the city, make sure you add the phone number, tell people to call you. Simple. You can also do that on Ring Partner, but you're not going to be able to do that with every single offer. That's the only reason I say to use it as a jumping off point. Now, these steps will require some ongoing effort, right? You'll have to post in these groups and you'll have to take part. There is a way to somewhat automate this process, and that involves SEO. I recently sold my moving website that was generating those moving calls, and it was all hands off. I didn't do a single thing to that moving website in 2 years, and it was making me between $1,000 to $2,500 every single month in these phone calls. I optimized a few pages in a few different locations for movers. One of them was Movers El Paso, Movers Omaha, and I was ranked on Google. So as you see here, right, mobile search, I was getting these calls to those phone numbers just from my Google rankings. I know you've probably heard of SEO before and you might be getting, a little bit lost here, but if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments below or add me as a friend on Facebook, and I can just to let me know so I can make a follow-up video. But definitely comment, because I'll check those first and then I can make sure to see who's added me on Facebook. Now, a lot of these websites, they work, but the problem is that you need to really juggle 10 to 20 of them just to make even like a part-time income. There is one website that I would choose, that I recommend to everyone that I meet that is looking to make money online. There's one that I would choose if I had to start all over again, and I was looking for the fastest way to go from $0 to $10,000 per month. This is the website, and I'm going to be sharing that with you in a second. But before I got to the point of having my own office, being where I am today, working my own hours, I was working a 9 to 5, right? In the Florida heat, like I live in Florida, and I was working in the heat in a Tyvek suit doing manual labor, working with fiberglass. I hated it. Not only was I just like physically hating it, right? Coming home covered in fiberglass dust, but every day, right? Sunday nights were the worst, thinking about waking up, and every day waking up, the repetition, it was just mind-numbing. It went on, and that same thing went on for so long. If I just look back and wish I could just shake myself, it went on for so long until I finally tried to make some money online, right? I wanted to give it a shot. Well, I wound up failing over and over. And I thought really everybody was lying. There's no way that this actually works. I was at my wit's end, and I didn't think this worked. I thought everybody was renting stuff and faked it all. But when I finally met a few of the guys who I consider some of my closest friends today, that is when everything changed. Since then, I wake up when I want, not covered in fiberglass. We live in a condo right on the beach, and I could spend as much time with my family as I want. And that changed when I finally started listening to people who had what I wanted. Years ago, though, before this, we were spending an entire year. We were renting a room in a house with 3 other roommates. They're a bit older. They love to drink and smoke quite a bit, which attracted a very shady audience. It just made life difficult, right? All those people there going in my kitchen in the morning, it was just uncomfortable, and obviously sleeping normal hours was out. So with that negative experience, before I got to where I am today, we had a conversation. I spoke to my wife and asked her, now that I'm at the point of making this full-time passive income thing, now that I'm here, where would you want to live if you could pick anywhere? And she picked the beach, and that's where we're living now. We went from that tiny apartment to living in a condo that is literally 4 times the size of that full thing just for us. At this point, right where I am today, I can honestly say that I'm in a mindset, and every day has been millions and light years ahead of anywhere where I've ever been in my life, right? I'm at a point where I feel free. I don't feel anxiety like I did. I obviously, not every day is just the, sunshine and daisies, but for the most part, when you look at it compared to my previous, it's incredible. I'm living a life where I can literally just grab my laptop, work from wherever I want, whenever I want. And so that's what I want to share with you, right? If you want to learn how to create a full-time passive income online, I know this sounds buzzwordy, but just don't tune it out because of that. Where you can make money literally while you sleep, while you travel, or whatever you want to do, right? Play video games. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, if you would like to do that, check out the link below in the video description. I'll be sharing with you exactly how you can do that. But if you'd like to just stick to the simplicity of it all, feel free, no pressure. Check out my free YouTube videos. Consider clicking that subscribe button below. Like this video if you got any value from it, and let me know in the comments what you thought.